Nas Daily, once celebrated as one of the most successful creators on YouTube with millions of views per video and an audience inspired by his daily shorts, he built a brand around positivity and global connection.
Hi, my name is Nosair Yassin. I started a channel called Nas Daily where we make videos about people from all around the world. We have 59, 60 million followers and the videos are very short, but every 1 minute video has a big message.
But over time, his reputation took a darker turn. Accusations of cultural exploitation, immature responses to criticism, and the loss of nearly 90% of his audience have left him as one of the most divisive figures on the internet. But Nas Daily's story is more than just a series of controversies. It's a fascinating case study in human behavior and ambition. This is the psychology of Nas Daily. Born on February 9, 1992, in Araba, Israel, Nosair Yassin, known globally as Nas Daily, grew up in a Palestinian Arab Muslim family. His mother was a teacher and his father was a psychologist. Nas's ambition was evident from the start. He wasn't content with staying in his hometown. He sought a global impact. Growing up, Nas struggled with deep insecurities, feeling that living in a small village would lead him to a normal life unnoticed. These fears fueled his desire to escape the ordinary and prove he could do something bigger. This drive led him to Harvard University, where he pursued a degree in aerospace engineering, later earning a degree in economics with a minor in computer science. After graduation, Nas worked briefly as a software developer for Venmo in New York. But despite his success at Venmo, Nas felt an undeniable urge to do something bigger and more impactful, something that would allow him to connect with people on a global scale. In 2016, Nas made a bold decision. He quit his job at Venmo, packed his bags, and set off to explore the world. Armed with a camera, he began documenting his travels with the intent of sharing his experiences through video. This was the birth of Nas Daily, a Facebook page where Nas posted 1-minute videos daily for 1,000 days. Each video was a snapshot of a different part of the world, with a focus on spreading positivity, cultural exchange, and human connection. This relentless drive to create daily content wasn't just about videos for Nas. It was about building a brand, staying disciplined, and challenging himself. His commitment to deadlines played a pivotal role in his journey. Nas understood that productivity and consistency were key to standing out in the crowded world of content creation.
To making money, I realized that I succeeded mainly because of one thing, and that one thing is deadlines.
By setting a deadline for himself, publishing one video every single day, he created a system that pushed him to produce high-quality content under tight constraints. As Nas's content spread across the globe, he quickly amassed millions of followers. By early 2018, after meeting Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg, Nas's page was upgraded to show status. By the end of the year, his following had surpassed 10 million. Nas had become a global brand, using his videos to influence millions and share stories from all corners of the world. His success aligns with self-determination theory, autonomy in choosing his path, competence in getting better at making videos, and relatedness in connecting with millions of people. In 2019, Nas made a new move. He started uploading his old videos to YouTube, now polished with high-quality equipment. Each video took hours to shoot and edit, but Nas didn't mind the grind. The content had to be perfect. Collaborating with his girlfriend, Alain Tamir, and video blogger Egan Hare, Nas expanded his reach. They created videos in multiple languages. This wasn't just about entertainment anymore. It was a movement, a global one. Nas had bridged language barriers and connected millions from all walks of life. But on January 5th, 2019, he ended his 1,000-day video journey, leaving a powerful mark in the world of digital content. The video ended with his iconic
I'll be back before you know it. And until then, that's 1 minute. See you soon.
However, this wasn't the end. Nas switched gears, one video per week for 100 weeks. By then, Nas had already moved from Singapore to Dubai, solidifying his legacy, a legacy that included his memoir, Around the World in 60 Seconds, released in 2019, which documented his path to success. In 2020, Nas launched Nas Academy, a platform for aspiring creators, teaching them to make their own mark on the world. Alongside it came Nas Studios, a video production company to fuel the next generation of storytellers. He even released a podcast, cementing his his influence in digital media. However, from 2021 to 2022, Nas found himself embroiled in several controversies that significantly tarnished his reputation. As his brand of positivity and global connection began to clash with increasingly questionable actions, his growing fan base started to question his authenticity. Accusations of cultural appropriation, manipulative business practices, and inconsistency with his values began to surface, further dividing public opinion and turning many fans against him. In 2023, Nas's popularity began to fade even further. This year marked a turning point with a high-profile confrontation with Avi Yemini. Until this moment, Nas had been a vocal advocate for causes like climate change and global awareness, building his brand around connection and positive influence. But everything shifted when Yemini confronted Nas about his hypocrisy. How could Nas preach about climate change while flying private jets?
Bumped into global influencer Nas Daily on the streets of Davos and confronted him about his hypocrisy of jet-setting to the World Economic Forum to preach his global warming alarmist.
We've done more for climate change than you have.
Yeah? What have you done?
We've done.
How did you get here?
We've done more for climate change than you have.
After that initial interaction, Nas put up his own version where he blurred my face and the rebel branding. He claimed that it was to protect us from the backlash, even though we published it.
Nas, known for his environmental advocacy, was left without a solid defense. Rather than addressing the accusation directly, Nas deflected and downplayed the issue, revealing his deep contradiction. Nas's inability to handle criticism exposed his narcissistic traits, his need to protect his ego rather than confront uncomfortable truths. The second confrontation between Nas and Avi turned into a 2-hour heated exchange.
So after challenging Nas on Twitter, his people got in touch with me and we agreed, so I traveled to Dubai with my own cameraman to debate him.
Nas's emotional control began to slip. As the discussion grew tense, Nas resorted to manipulating the conversation, attempting to control the narrative by interrupting and deflecting questions.
Was a technique that Nas intentionally used through the 2-hour debate. Nas, that when they say that you shouldn't listen to this...
You made a mistake. First, you should get my name right. Nasir.
Nasir.
That's the most offensive thing you can say.
We're talking about the journalists Nas likes from the New York Times or Washington Post.
Nasir, if you couldn't say my name right after 6 trials, why do I trust you?
Throughout our debate, Nas would pull me up for calling him Nas.
Now, if he couldn't say my name right, do you think he will get it right how the vaccine works?
This pattern reflected his narcissism and inability to accept criticism or appear weak. At one point, Nas's girlfriend intervened, suggesting they restart the conversation. This moment revealed Nas's need for validation. He wanted to reset the situation to regain control as the debate was turning against him. He wasn't concerned with a constructive discussion, but with appearing victorious.
We completed the debate in about an hour before his girlfriend came in and told us that we had to restart it.
You guys are like arguing with each other, you're not actually talking about the topic. So as a viewer, I would be disappointed. I would be like, is this...
Next way, I need you to stop us and tell us where to go.
Even after the debate, Nas edited the footage to present himself more favorably. The original unedited footage showed his frustration and manipulation, revealing the extent to which he would go to preserve his image. The situation escalated when Nas interrupted Avi's interview with the Luxembourg Prime Minister at Davos.
I'll be honest, when I first got to Davos, he confused me by interrupting my interview with the Luxembourg Prime Minister and then running away.
So is he annoying you? Is he annoying you?
No, it's still okay.
Okay, because
this is Nas Daily. He's a great... Listen, Nas Daily.
This guy's annoying. Be careful of this guy. He's annoying.
I was a lawyer before. If you need some help.
Wait. What law?
As Avi asked tough questions about Nas's controversial support of FTX, Nas tried to shut down the conversation, calling Avi annoying and accusing him of harassment. When asked directly about his support for FTX, Nas avoided the question, walking away from the interview. Nas's reaction to criticism continued to highlight his narcissistic traits. Rather than engage in meaningful dialogue, he resorted to personal attacks, attempting to discredit Avi and others instead of addressing the issues at hand. Finally, Nas confronted Avi's boss, Ezra Levant, accusing him of promoting far-right conspiracy theories and even making baseless claims about domestic violence.
Lying, Nas.
You are the reason
Please
the
stop
internet
lying.
sucks.
Please stop lying.
Somebody needs
Please
to
stop
tell
lying.
you that.
Please stop lying.
Please
stop lying.
Spread
Please stop
conspiracy theories.
Please stop lying.
You,
calm down.
you,
Calm down. Calm
all
down.
your friends
Calm
in
down.
Australia.
Calm down. Calm down.
You
Emotionally
need to
control
take the
yourself.
internet
Control your emotions.
Your content.
This emotional outburst further exemplified Nas's narcissistic defense mechanisms, attacking others to deflect attention from his own flaws and avoid accountability. Nas's response to allegations came 1 year after the initial accusations, long after his views started to crumble. This delay suggested his primary concern was damage control, not genuine accountability. In his so-called apology video, instead of owning up to his actions, Nas deflected blame and focused on discrediting others to shift the attention away from himself. In conclusion, Nas's actions throughout these controversies paint a clear picture of a narcissistic personality. His deflections, emotional outbursts, and refusal to take responsibility reveal his deep need to protect his image and avoid facing uncomfortable truths. Nas's story is a case study in the psychology of narcissism, a person willing to manipulate situations and emotions to preserve their public persona